Ziggity Zig talking his way out of silver. This is game number 41. It's a game between myself and Imperial. There's the giant Imperial right up there. Now, this is a game that frustrated me, and in a way, I think this is also a very bad game on my part, which I should have done much better at, but let's just have a quick peek at what we're looking at, and yeah, we're looking at a pretty slow EPM, so I really, in a lot of ways, I know I should have had this. I just got off playing a few ladder games just a few moments ago. I did okay, I think. Two losses, 2 wins, or one loss, 2 wins. It was at least a 50% win ratio. So, here comes the outside the gate drop. So, pretty easy Forge FE on this base, which is what I was thinking and hoping for. Now, for some reason, I walled off my gate. Ramp, this thing, the slopey thing, slopey gates. It's a slopey gateway, which is a lot better than a sloppy gateway, because that's what you get if you invite all the loose women around. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I know, I have just recently eaten some chocolate. I'm pretty much just running on granola bars right now, because I had to go out tonight, and I sort of missed supper, but hey, granola bars, woo! So here I come, and I'm checking this out, and I note, booyah, hey, look at that. Do I highlight it? Yes. And I say, hey, cool, a Forge. Hey, a Forge FE. Hey, neat. Boy, a Forge FE is pretty cool. I wonder what I should do against a Forge FE. Hey, I should definitely get stuck in his base and have a peek around. I don't see any gas. Forge FE, no gas. Well, yeah, because after you Forge, then you basically eventually get enough money and get down some Nexus when the time arrives. But right now I'm working on gate, so what do? I come back and I sit here on this Zelnaga tower. Herp-de-derp. Meanwhile, all sorts of fun stuff is going on, because I'm thinking to myself, hey, Forge Fast Expand, okay, well, let's peek around on the inside of my base. Good job, Mr. Proby, look at that, attack move. Yeah, I'm gonna look around, see if I can find something. Hey, look what I found. Hey, that's 2 cannons. Hey, I'm in a small amount of trouble. He comes up my ramp. What does he spot already? I see that I'm already in trouble. That cyber core, I should have stopped that. There goes his next pylon, which is protected. So here is where I start to fall into quite a fair amount of trouble, because I want to take this thing out, but I think he kills me off. Yep, killed, dead. He's waiting for this pylon to happen. It's pretty safe right now. So I bring in, I don't know. I do make a Forge up here closer to my base. I don't worry too much about these types of things. There goes another photon cannon, which really blows, and at this point I start to worry, and I think, alright, that Forge's not going to be in there fast enough, but I should definitely, there we go. So I get in this photon cannon, because these cannons are going to be doing other stuff. I got out the Zealot really quick, and I thought, alright, get him down, and no, I couldn't quite get down the probe. But I could attack this a little bit, and this cannon is now going to take up my Zealot. So my Zealot is now screwed. However, he is focusing down on my pylon, as opposed to this cannon, which is warping in. So I am now trying to do the exact same thing. This is what worries me, because my wall-off couldn't stop him. However, my cannons will now stop that wall. These probes are going to take care of that. He runs his probe out of there. So at this point, I can effectively stop him. And the issue is what I should have been doing right now. Well, I'm down to 95. So I can't actually afford another gateway at the moment. What am I making? Am I making another cannon? Why am I making another cannon? No, I don't think I'm making another cannon. I just seem to run out of units. So at the moment, here we go. The worker supply is up, but at the same time, I have to give him props. With this cannon rush, Imperial is still working on... I should have sent the Zealot over there. He's still working on his macro. But at this point, I have stopped him from getting in the base. Here's the issue, is I now have just the gateway just coming in right now. Probably should have got a second gateway, but I had to let this die, which really sucks. And there goes the second gateway. I think I just sort of hiccuped on this part. I didn't rebuild my base fast enough, because now, as it stands, Imperial is in such a good spot. He's going to get a gateway, he's going to get a second base, and there we go, he's off to the races. No gas whatsoever thus far. However, pretty proud of myself, for the most part, for fending that off. Now, what happens next is a whole lot of absolutely nothing, because now all I'm doing is I'm making some gateways, I'm getting a few more pylons down, I'm just trying to get back up to where I need to be. I'm at 20 work. I'm at 20 supply. The EPM is beating me, which I have to feel happy about. I hate losing to someone with lower EPM than me because, yeah, I feel great about beating someone with higher APM than me. That feels good. So now, what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to churn out some zealots, which is about the only thing that I can do with this at this point. Finally get the Cybernetics Core back up. Meantime, actually, we both had Cyber Cores at the exact same time, so this is kind of the annoying part here. I am now at a decent army supply. I probably could have done something about this, knowing that he was Forge FEing. Now, the really pissy part is what I should have done is put a forward pylon up here and just 4-gate moved in, because if I... But I just didn't know what was going on, so I probably could have gone in and had a look, because the funny thing is after all of this, there were no cannons in the base, because Imperial had to work on things like that. Now, the worker supply and the army supply is much higher in my case, because I'm still pumping out the units. There we go, still up to a decent, kind of a slightly crazy EPM. I was getting kind of frustrated at this point. All my chrono was going into just getting some more units out, and then I decided to just rally them all to one of the zealots, all of my gateways. So I take this one out, and then bam, there. I'm a happy camper, because from now on, I don't actually need to do anything. I don't need to waste any more units. I can put a cannon up here on the top. I can maybe put a pylon or something over there, and this was the problem. I had to set these guys on halt, which really sucked. So at the moment, Imperial is now catching up to me because of this dual base. So he's on 2 bases, doesn't really have anything else, doesn't need to worry about anything else. He's just sort of sitting back and watching me stew in my silly little base at this point, and I'm not even getting a second gas. I should have a second gas up and going by now. That's just ridiculous. I can't believe I don't. It's very annoying. This cannon, however, so I was starting to feel pretty good, because I was expecting that a cannon rusher wouldn't have much of an after plan. I was very impressed to find out that Imperial did have a master plan. It wasn't a great master plan, but it was a master plan. If you're looking at that, you know what happens next. On the priority of cheese, what happens after the cannon rush? You know, what's next? What is the next thing you do? What I should be doing right now is thinking about expanding and working on my next move. But the problem is, my next move is usually very ground-based, and I haven't noticed yet that he's got a Stargate. Let's go back to my view and see what I'm actually seeing. I still only see the Forge expand, or the Forge/cannon rush type bullshit. Oh, I think that's the first time I've actually sworn during this, but this game really pissed me off. So here I come, and I'm finally getting my expansion down. That's fine, fair, and done. Not realizing that I mean, if this was Griff, after the cannon rush, it'd be Phoenixes. So I'm just trying to get in a few more units here. There is my Observer, which is awesome. I am pleased about that. And now I'm supply blocked, because, well, I'm out to... Yeah, so my army supply is way out there, so I could actually, with this group, with this unit, no, because there's 2 Void Rays on the way, which tells you that, yep, there we go. Herp derp, it's time for skill rays. And there go the defensive cannons, which I don't understand why they weren't there already. I'm finally coming in here for a look, and the Observer is just about to get shot down, because this is not the way to come in. Oh, for some reason I managed to make it out of there. And then I started having a little peek around. And it having my peek around, there's my Protoss ground 1. I don't see an expansion up to the top. I should be doing a little bit more right now as far as army supply goes. I should be getting, because still, actually, yes, I still don't know what's going on outside of these cannons. Come on, Observer, go have a look, go have a look, go have a look. There is the Fleet Beacon coming in. Fleet Beacon, so skill rays into God only knows what in the air side of things. I'm not producing anything because I'm just so flabbergasted right now. I do not know what I'm doing. I just felt so weird and so crazy, and I couldn't figure things out, and actually the income is kind of impressively on par, given the fact that the EPM is quite a bit different. Let's have another peek at the income, because once those guys all start moving, what do we got? We are effectively similar. Yeah, doing alright. I'm getting a bit more in the way of gas, but the problem is we've also got Protoss air weapons. Aha, that's what we're working on. I actually peek around the bottom here, and I see no cannons. I see no cannons, and I think, way to go, Warp Prism time it is. So when I Warp Prism, and I also get Robotics Bay, because I think, okay, cannons, but then I see this, And then I think, oh god, double Stargate Fleet Beacon. Well, tits on a bull, that's just annoying. So, for Void Ray, I don't have a Twilight Council down. I really don't have much that can shoot air. I'm pretty much prepared for some kind of cheesy army. So now I just try to start getting in as many... How many gates am I on? I've got 6 gates up, so I've actually been kind of working on production buildings. And then I decide, like a derp, to take my only units that can shoot air. This is what I found really interesting. My observer's right here, and it sees this. These Void Rays wandering up and down here. And I think, alright. Now watch this carefully, because I spend a lot of time on this. So much time that you can't actually see me producing anything. So what's happening while I'm not producing anything? I'm losing out on this battle. So I stop here, and I wait, and now is the time to go by, because... Can't see me. Can't see me go by with my Warp Prism, not until... Oh, right about now. In which case, I can pick off... Now what is that? Is that Shift R, Shift, Control R? Units killed, workers killed, 6. I only got a couple. But then that apparently gets taken out, which kind of sucked. So this wasn't the best attack at the time. My worker supplies, but that only cost me... it cost me a small amount, but still, that is a large number. That's a fair number of Void Rays still, but this mothership is coming out, and Imperial is into ridiculous amounts of money. I thought I wasn't spending enough, because the thing is, I'm not making enough back home. I just do not have the army... Well, I do have kind of the army supply for this, but they are all ground-based. This is the crappy thing, and I can't go up here. Oh, there's another base, that sneaky little devil. So, I can't even call this guy a cheeser, because he's actually rather good at the cheese itself. So the mothership has arrived. And all I've got a little pylon right here, and this is when the smack talk starts happening. So he starts in with the GG. He hasn't even seen anything of what I've got, but he's just decided, booyah, he's got a mothership, so therefore GG. Now honestly, yeah, at this point, you know, I have lost. There's another Stargate, there's 2 Stargates, so he's just gone full-on super cheese, but the thing is, the macro is quite impressive. Gas is quite a bit. There's me trying to talk out of it, saying, well, you know, maybe, because at this point, you know what I saw? I'm down here with my observer, and I actually saw the mothership. And so this is what I try to do, and I'm moving in now with another Warp Prism, just trying to see if there's anything I can do, but we're going with carriers, with Void Rays. So I start thinking, what else can I do? Is there anything that I can actually do? I can only get Protoss Ground Armor 1, which really feels pretty stupid. I have a stupid amount of gas. I really should have been doing something about Archons. And this is when, okay, I'm just going to follow his army. And then, whoa, wait a minute, alright. So I decide to follow the mothership with my observer, being the best thing that I can try. Meanwhile, over here, I've got a couple more units, a couple more stalkers that are going to come in, and hopefully take out a little bit at the back. So I take out his additional base, and now I've pretty much got him down to not all that much producing. Still, he just has quite a high number of air units, and I just have not been doing or building anything. I did try to take a third, but the problem there is I realized that I didn't have anything to take the third. If you notice, there's my observer. I'm still following the mothership. And so I know where he's coming from, I know what's going on. I should have backed up, I might have had a slightly better chance at this, but instead I meet him right here on the wall, and I try to focus down this mothership with my units. I try to do something about this, but the issue is, since I've got my observer, I actually feel pretty good about this. My other stalkers come up here, and they can't really do anything about this type of army. Army supply is taking a drastic drop, and things have just gone very, 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 very poorly, and so finally, it's around here. Wait for it. No GG. Oh, I did GG at least! I didn't fail it. Oh man, I thought I totally rage quit. I thought I rage quit a lot bigger than that. So there it is. Beat me with air, because as Griff knows, I can't beat air. I just can't. I didn't make, had I made a lot more stalkers maybe and been ready over here? What are these? These are just 1-0. So having a few of them, but I was too heavy on ground units, and my rushes didn't do quite as well. I probably could have done a little bit better had I continued on this with the war prism, but these buildings up here, again, I was proud of the fact that I didn't fall to a cannon rush. If you gotta fall, might as well be something awesome like the mothership. Gotta love the mothership. I got it down pretty low. I think that's pretty good, especially for the fact that he thought, well, he did come in saying, oh, I've got a mothership, GG, and I really wanted to rub it in his face, but I just couldn't. It wasn't in me. I'm not that good. Leave me a comment down below, send me an email, ziggyzig@gmail.com, or you can follow me on Twitter, @ZiggyStarCraft. That was THWOS number 41. I'll put up some wins this week, I promise. They hopefully get a little bit better. Again, it comes down to 27 EPM, hitting up about, oh man. Yeah, so I was spamming a little bit. Stay tuned.